Owning a deaf dog presents a unique set of challenges and rewards, requiring a special blend of patience, creativity, and empathy. If you've just discovered your dog is deaf or are considering adopting a hearing-impaired pup, don't worry. With the right approach, you can provide a loving, functional environment that helps your dog thrive. Here's a look at how to care for a deaf dog, ensuring they live a happy and fulfilling life. Understanding deafness in dogs. Deafness in dogs can either be a congenital condition, present from birth, or it can be acquired later in life due to factors like aging, chronic ear infections, or even injuries to the ear. Just like in humans, these causes can affect the dog's ability to hear partially or completely, but it does not necessarily impede their ability to enjoy life. Understanding that a dog's deafness does not mean they are in constant distress is vital for any pet owner. Dogs adapt remarkably to their conditions, using their other heightened senses to interact with the world. With appropriate care and training, a deaf dog can lead a full and rich life, often on par with their hearing peers. It's important for owners to realize that deaf dogs perceive the world differently and will rely more on sight and smell to understand their environment. This different perspective requires some adjustments in how owners interact with them and how they manage their safety. Despite their lack of hearing, deaf dogs can respond well to visual cues and vibrations as means of communication. These adaptations allow them to connect with their owners and their surroundings effectively. By fostering an environment where they can thrive, owners can ensure their deaf dogs experience just as much joy and fulfillment as dogs with normal hearing capabilities. Communication techniques. Visual cues and hand signals. One of the most effective ways to communicate with a deaf dog is through visual cues and hand signals. These can range from simple gestures for commands like sit, stay, or come, to more complex sequences for tricks or directions. It's amazing how quickly deaf dogs can learn to respond to these signals, sometimes even more attentively than dogs with normal hearing because they rely heavily on their sight. Vibrating collars. A vibrating collar can be a great tool. It's not a shock collar. Instead, it gives a gentle vibration to get your dog's attention without causing any harm. You can use this to help train them or simply to call them back to you if they wander off. Safety measures. Secure environments. Deaf dogs may not be aware of environmental dangers like approaching vehicles, which makes it critical for their safety to be managed carefully. To protect them, securing your yard with a robust fence and ensuring there are no possible escape routes are essential steps. A leash becomes an indispensable tool when taking a deaf dog out for walks, as it prevents them from wandering into dangerous situations they cannot hear, such as oncoming traffic or aggressive animals. It's also wise to use a brightly colored or labeled collar that indicates their deafness, alerting others to their special needs. By taking these precautions, you can help create a safe environment for your deaf dog, allowing them to explore and enjoy the outdoors without undue risk. Clear routines. Deaf dogs greatly benefit from a consistent routine, as it provides them with a predictable structure that enhances their sense of security and control over their environment. By maintaining regular schedules for feeding, walking, and playtimes, you help your deaf dog feel more at ease, knowing what to expect at various times throughout the day. This consistency not only reduces anxiety but also aids in training and behavior management, making daily activities smoother for both dog and owner. Sticking to a routine helps reinforce communication and trust, as your dog learns to rely on visual cues and the predictability of events. Such stability is particularly comforting to deaf dogs, who cannot depend on auditory cues and must navigate the world in other ways. Bonding and socialization. Touch-based affection. Deaf dogs often depend more significantly on physical contact for reassurance and connection, as their ability to hear is impaired or absent. Regular interactions such as petting, grooming, and cuddling become not just moments of affection but essential methods of communication. These tactile experiences can significantly enhance the bond between you and your dog, as they rely on touch to understand their environment and feel secure. When you are consistently tactile with your deaf dog, it lets them know your presence and intention, thereby deepening the trust between you both. Moreover, establishing a routine that includes these physical interactions can provide a comforting predictability, which is especially beneficial for dogs who cannot rely on auditory cues to navigate their world. Socialization. Socializing a deaf dog requires a thoughtful and deliberate approach to ensure they can safely interact with other dogs and people. Since they cannot hear cues that typically alert other dogs to nearby presence, deaf dogs may not react as expected when approached from behind. This unique challenge necessitates early and controlled introductions, fostering positive interactions that can teach them appropriate social behaviors. Structured socialization helps prevent misunderstandings and potentially negative encounters, which is crucial for building a deaf dog's confidence and sociability. By consistently practicing these positive introductions in a variety of settings, you can help your deaf dog navigate social situations more effectively, ensuring they become well-adjusted and happy members of the canine community. Behavioral considerations. Deaf dogs may experience heightened sensitivity to unexpected touches due to their inability to hear someone approaching, which can sometimes result in startled reactions such as snapping or nipping. To minimize these startled responses, it's crucial for owners to ensure they are within their dog's line of sight before approaching or touching them. This visibility helps the dog to understand what to expect and feel more secure in their environment. Additionally, since verbal reassurances that might calm a hearing dog are not effective for a deaf dog, providing visual cues or signs of comfort during potentially stressful situations, like visits to the vet, becomes particularly important. Owners can use gestures, such as thumbs up or calming touches, to communicate safety and reassurance, helping to reduce anxiety and build trust even in unfamiliar or uncomfortable scenarios. Enrichment for their other senses. Since deaf dogs depend more heavily on their remaining senses to interact with the world, enriching these senses can significantly enhance their quality of life. Providing toys that vary in texture, scent, and taste can stimulate their sense of touch and smell, offering them engaging and enjoyable experiences. Puzzle feeders are particularly beneficial as they challenge not only their cognitive skills but also keep them physically active while they work to retrieve treats. These activities help to keep a deaf dog mentally sharp and prevent boredom, which is crucial for their overall well-being. Moreover, engaging in such sensory-rich activities can strengthen the bond between you and your pet, as you are directly involved in enhancing their daily experiences and providing them with a fulfilling life. Caring for a deaf dog certainly has its learning curves, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. You'll develop a deeper understanding of nonverbal communication and witness the remarkable adaptability of our canine friends. Remember, a deaf dog doesn't know they're different, they just know they're loved. And with your care and commitment, they'll have everything they need to enjoy a joyful, full life. Until next time.